sorry, but Mr. Tom is not here right now. Please leave a message.
I have an admittance to make. And it's a general thing, it's not just a me thing. I don't think I was prepared for marriage. And I don't think most people are prepared for marriage. My wife's upset that I said that. And the reason why I say this is I've lived my whole life single, obviously, most of us do. I was single until I was 19. And then I'm expected, right? I could have taken as long as I wanted in the dating and engagement stage, but I was expected, right, within a couple of years to now move in with a best friend, start eating the same foods as my best friend, start going to the same places as my best friend, and just like have like an extra little person like just added onto my life. And it's a little strange, right? You go 19 years figuring out who you are, and then you get kind of tossed into a relationship where now you have to refigure out who you are because you've got a sidekick.
I mean, I agree with that because we were young. We didn't really know who we were, but we had our habits and we had our like own things. And now we're trying to do that in a marriage where like either one of us wants each other's attention or whatever, and then you can't do it, and you're just like, well, now I don't know. I just feel off when I can't do the stuff that I like. The stuff I did before was very different than what I do now, too. Because now I actually have a hobby that I love. Before I went into crystal and all that, and I think it was because my mom was. Though I do really like yoga, and I wish I had the space for that still. But I found books that I love reading, but I can't just read all the time because I got work, and then I want to spend time with my husband, but like at the same time I want to be in a fantasy world where I love the world and the characters too, and like there's just not enough time to get everything I want read, and all the time I want to spend with my husband spent. It's difficult. Because I never really feel like I had hobbies, and now that I do, I don't know, I've never been a person who's very encouraged. I don't know, but like I don't have a very big like career drive or like a very I want to lay in bed, and I still do, but I do want to like walk more and stuff, but the outside world is scary, so I basically go to work, go home, read, and spend time with my husband, and only go out when he goes out because I'm scared of the world.
It's not that I prefer being single. I definitely don't. I love my marriage. But it is the process of you were two separate people, and now you have to be joined, right? If you want a happy relationship, you gotta like the same things to a degree, right? If you don't like skateboarding, don't go with your partner skateboarding off a large ramp, you know? But before I met Rachel, I was also into crystals, and we had things in common. But the movies I would watch when I was alone are a little bit more out there. You know, and I'm talking Nicolas Cage, I'm talking like emotional movies. Whereas now, Rachel and I will just like keep looking at movies and say, not that one, you know? TV shows, if it's a TV show we're both not interested in, we're not watching it. So you have to, there's a lot of give and take to it. And you have to have that. Or else you're just going to be so isolated. And it's not going to be isolated in your marriage. So it's not that I dislike it. Just that I was not prepared. Because 19 years of being encouraged and kind of, I was motivated because I had nothing else to do. When my mom would leave the house, I'd tag along, but that's really the only time I had with somebody else. Otherwise, I was usually alone. So, you know, other than hanging out with best friends and going out to the store with my mom, I was a very secluded child, and so I did learn a lot of my own personality, as well as experiencing what I liked, right? I found music which I liked certain TV shows and movies, I liked certain video games, certain books, certain hobbies, I had a million of them, but I knew what I liked and what I didn't like, right? But then getting into a relationship, you do have less time to do those things. And when you do go to experience something new, right? Whereas before I had my TV shows I liked, or movies, I can show those TV shows and movies to Rachel, but if they're not clicking, they're not clicking. And going from here on out, it's not just, oh, I'll give this a try, see if I like it. It's, hey, Rachel, do you like this? And that's important. It benefits us both in the relationship. But it's strange doing that when I'm so used to just picking a show, turning it on, and that's it. And yeah. So that's what I mean. I don't mean it in a negative way whatsoever. I just mean it in, I guess it's a breaking of habits and a changing of life trajectory, right? It's the process of taking the other person's thoughts, emotions, and feelings and including it into your own experience into life, you know? So I guess this is just a quick message, kind of just looking at the diversity of including somebody versus including only yourself, right? And how much your perspective changes when you have somebody else to kind of include. I don't know, it's a funny thought popped into my head. I said it's kind of weird being in a marriage because I definitely was not prepared. If you guys like conversations like this, subscribe to the channel, like the video, because I have plenty more, and there will be plenty more coming out. And yeah, bye-bye. Did you have any other thoughts?
And like with all that, and like I know my husband had like 1,000 things he did before meeting me, and then it was weird 'cause, like after we started hanging out more, that kind of stopped, and I still kind of feel bad about it.
I just like spending time with you.
Yeah, and that mostly involves just watching TV, but I know he'd probably rather go be working out or running or something, and I don't run, so.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the thing of finding that it's an inner balance between the two people.
Yeah.
It's a part of expanding the relationship.